Hello. This time last week, Prime Minister Johnson was here in Stromness. His visit provoked a reaction. News of his itinerary leaked and protesters lined the route that his bulletproof Range Rover took. I read a cynical suggestion that the Prime Minister's advisers had looked for a remote and sparsely populated part of Scotland to visit so he'd avoid meeting too many people. If we believe in a free society, we have to accept that people have a right to protest. In a civil society, though, we have to engage and discuss with others that we disagree with. The ability to argue passionately, standing up for what we believe in a way that is positive and constructive, is needed today more than ever. People are told not to discuss religion or politics, but if we can't talk with other people about things that matter most to us, we will never have any chance of understanding how others can come to a view different to our own. These days, social media doesn't help. Most extreme views can be expressed loudly by people who don't have to identify themselves in public. When arguing or protesting about something, the words from St. Paul's letter to the Romans seem apt. He wrote, "If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone." Some of the most inspiring biographical material that I've written are about Quakers, like John Greenleaf Whittier. Whittier was born on a small farm in 1807 and worked all his life for the abolition of slavery in the USA. We best know him today as the writer of the words of the hymn, "Dear Lord and Father of mankind, forgive our foolish ways." He had an unwavering belief in Quaker teachings on humanitarianism, compassion, and social responsibility. His public appearances sometimes resulted in him being mobbed, stoned, and run out of town. Whittier stubbornly stuck to his belief that moral action without political effort was futile. His poetry from those years majored on the politics of the anti-slavery movement. In about 1845, stress from his work as a newspaper editor, his declining health, and the constant threat of mob violence resulted in a physical breakdown that caused him to withdraw completely from public life. But his views were at last accepted 20 years later when in 1865 the 13th Amendment was adopted, which abolished slavery. After that, Whittier's poetry turned to other topics. From then until his death in 1892, he enjoyed a more peaceful and prosperous existence. Physically frail, with very little formal education, and suffering poor health all his life, John Greenleaf Whittier nonetheless lived a long, productive, and distinguished life as a powerful human rights lobbyist, and also a writer, a man of letters. So, that's my thought for today. Stay safe.